Hey guys, come on into my kitchen. I'm going to show you how to make this salmon and shrimp pasta seafood diabetic friendly. Oh yeah, high in protein and tasty. Let's get started. So we have our salmon fillets. We've already cleaned them, rinsed them off, and we have our bag of cooked shrimp. We are going to be washing that as well. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to marinate this overnight. So I'm going to go ahead and add the shrimp to the salmon, and all of the seasonings are going to go into this bowl. We're going to start with dill weed, and remember, when you're doing the seasonings, do it as per your taste buds. We're going to do the garlic and parsley flakes. We're going to be doing parsley. We'll do paprika. We'll be doing the Creole seasonings, the black pepper, the minced garlic, and the chicken soup base. And we're going to add all these ingredients . Alright, so I'm going to be also adding something new that I've never used before. It's by Wishbone. It's a lemon dressing with a vinaigrette, and it also has extra virgin olive oil blend in it as well. So we're going to put that in there. Again, to your taste, I'm figuring about maybe 2 tablespoons of that. I'm going to also be adding about a tablespoon of curry powder. It's a seasoning blend that Adrian Cooking and Food Review gave me as a gift, so I'm going to be adding that as well. And now I'm going to just take my hand and just mix everything up until all the seasonings is on the salmon and also all on the shrimp. Now again, the shrimp is already cooked. The salmon is not. So we're going to mix this all up. And we're also going to be putting onion powder, which you don't see pictured, but I will be putting onion powder on this as well. And once I have added the onion powder, I'm going to reseal and give it a nice shake. And I'm going to refrigerate again overnight so that all the seasonings get all married with those shrimp and salmon. Alright, so our salmon and our shrimp have marinated overnight. We're ready to go ahead and finish the meal. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get our frozen broccoli and our whole onion that we cut up, and about a tablespoon of that extra virgin olive oil, as you see, is in the skillet. And it is frying up nicely, so we're going to go ahead and add our 4 pieces of salmon fillets on there, and that steam is going to help cook it. We'll take the fillets and kind of mix them around so that it gets down to the bottom of the pan, and we're going to put the lid on to seal everything in. We're going to let this cook with the lid on for about 15 minutes. And once it is cooked for 15 minutes, we will be adding to that those shrimp, because remember, the shrimp is already cooked. So the last 5 to 8 minutes of this cook time, we will be adding the shrimp. We got a piece of shrimp that's in there now that's going to come out. It snuck its way in. Oh no, not time yet. So yeah, we're going to make sure that we get the salmon down in the bottom of that skillet. Oh yeah, just like that. So we have some nice tender broccoli, and that onion is awesome. I've also added some soy sauce in this, about 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. So yeah, that's what's sizzling down there with that extra virgin olive oil. Doesn't that look good? Now we're gonna make sure we cover this up because we want our salmon to be nice and flaky. And just a reminder, I didn't add anything to my, no seasoning went into the broccoli or the onions. And that's only because once we add these shrimp, the shrimp and the salmon is loaded with flavor. And they're going to season those broccoli and that onion up just fine. That was the whole purpose of the marinade. Look at that. It's looking good, you guys. Y'all need to try this. It's diabetic friendly. Look at all this flavor. And it's diabetic friendly. And you know me and hubby, we're diabetics. So yes, it is tasty and delicious. All right, so it's been steaming now for about 15 minutes with the lid on. Now we're gonna go ahead and get ready to put our shrimp in here. And then we're gonna cover it again and let it simmer for about another 5 to 8 minutes. And then we already have our pasta, some linguine noodles boiling. I added a little extra virgin olive oil to those noodles. We're gonna take those noodles and put them in our casserole dish with a little extra virgin olive oil and also pasta water that we boiled it in. So what you're going to be seeing me doing now is kind of breaking up those fillets to mix them in with the shrimp so that everything gets incorporated in this one skillet before we add it to our pasta noodles. All right, so we have our noodles in our casserole dish. Now I'm gonna add about a cup of sour cream to these noodles and get them all mixed in. Then I'm gonna take about 2 tablespoons of parsley flakes and just sprinkle them on that before I add the seafood mix to the noodles. All right, so everything's added. Now we're gonna give it a stir to make sure that everything gets melted and married. And we're ready to put this on the table. So you guys, if you haven't already, subscribe. If you haven't already, comment that you want to see more from PromoSTK Sheila's Creations Way. This is a diabetic friendly dish. And last but not least, we're gonna add some fresh lemon, about 2 tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon you're going to put on this dish, and that's right before you serve it. And now I'm going to add about a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil, and it helps in making sure that the noodles do not stick together. I use this vinaigrette, lemon herb vinaigrette dressing in the marinade for the seafood, and I also use it for our salad. So y'all go on over to our mukbang at PromoSTK, eating good in the neighborhood, and watch me and hubby mukbang this thing. Oh yeah, 2 diabetics eating this tasty diabetic friendly seafood pasta with shrimp and salmon. High in protein and so delicious. Oh yeah, baby. Come on over and watch us eat this goodness.